Hey everyone, welcome to my channel, Maple and Home. I kind of want today to be a little bit of a productive day in the life. I have a lot of things that I want to get done. They don't really relate to each other a lot. I need to clean the kitchen sink. I need to do a good wipe down of the counters, like a full wipe down, backsplash the counters, all of it. I have a little bit of cleaning for the cabinets that I need to do. I want to vacuum the stairs. I want to vacuum my sofa. I'm sure that's a nightmare because I have kids. So I have a whole bunch of stuff that I want to do cleaning wise. I also want to do some baking. I got this cinnamon baking mix. And by the way, there is no shame in using a baking mix. I don't bake mostly from scratch. I'm not the greatest baker in the world. So I'm learning. And I'm trying to do more from scratch baking, but many times I will do a baking mix, and I have like a cinnamon cake baking mix that I want to use, and so I would like to do that today, but I also need to pick up some ingredients from the grocery store. So we'll kind of see what we get done today. And if I don't finish everything, then I will do it tomorrow. There's also a few other odds and ends of things that are kind of out and need to be put away. A lot of stuff that's got to get done. If you guys are new to my channel, I just want to say welcome. If you are returning, welcome back. My name is Amanda, and I am a stay-at-home mom to two sweet little boys. Here on my channel, I like to share all sorts of homemaking stuff, from home decorating to cleaning motivation, DIYs, all that jazz. So if that is what you guys are interested in, be sure to hit the subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you never miss when I upload a new video. We are starting in the kitchen today with cleaning out the dishwasher before we get to the rest of the room. We actually got a brand new dishwasher a little while back at the beginning of summer, as our old one just completely died on us. It needed to be replaced for a while, and my husband and I have been putting it off. I'm loving this new dishwasher, and I knew that I wanted one with a third rack and one that was really quiet. Our first floor is basically one big great room, and our old dishwasher was so loud that we couldn't hear the TV when we were running the wash. My husband was okay with that since he just turns on subtitles, but I don't know. I'm the kind of person who can't stand subtitles when watching TV. And I don't know why. Maybe I'm just weird like that, but it does really bother me. So a quiet dishwasher was a must for us. This one, I think, is about 42 decibels, which isn't the quietest you can get, but it's one of the quieter ones. And then that third rack just makes everything seem to go so much faster when unloading it. And I think it just has to do with the fact that I don't feel like I'm bending over as much.
I've been trying my best for a while, trying to please everyone who's around me. I've been putting on a fake smile, even though I'm wasting time. I don't want to be trapped in a box, trying to be like the rest when I'm not. I just want to go my own way, gonna let the past burn down, cause honestly don't want to be stuck in boring conversations with you. I'm gonna leave it all behind, find myself, I'm gonna start over new. Yeah, I'm on my way now. 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 I'll be going away for a while. Oh, and I don't know what I'll find. Maybe I can be a rock star, playing songs on my guitar. I know I have to be somewhere else to be able to find myself.
So moving on to the sink, we have a stainless steel sink. It does have a brand new faucet because right at the same time that we had our dishwasher fail on us, our kitchen faucet had some issues as well, so it got replaced right around the same time. And to clean it, I am just using the Mrs. Meyer's baking soda cream cleaner. Now, I really like the job that the cleaner does on the sink, especially with this little brush, but I have to admit, this only comes in the scent lemon verbena, and I hate the scent. I really do. I can't stand it. It is so strong, and I don't think that lemon verbena is just my kind of scent. So, not to say that you can't like lemon verbena. Of course you can. It's just not for me, and it is extremely strong. And I'm usually okay with strong scents, but this is really strong.
You got a smile that makes the sun rise. You make it shine. But I can see that you don't realize, and that's what made me fall in love. 'Cause you got style, the way your body makes my heart beat sound. It's amazing all the time. You are the only thing I need in life. Oh, I want you. Can't you see? I want you. I believe, 'cause I want you.
So usually I would be using the Mrs. Meyer's multipurpose cleaner on my countertops, especially for the day-to-day, but I had run out by the time I started filming this video, and I had not gotten any more. So right now I am using the Method Daily Granite Cleaner in Apple Orchard, which is a fine cleaner. We do have granite countertops, but it's not my preference.
Gonna stay in this moment. Gonna lay here on the grass. I don't need to feel lonely. I am finally home at last. And I don't mind being gone on adventures for a while. No, no. 'Cause the best thing about it is I know I'm coming back. Oh, oh. Of all the magic places in the world I've been to, this is where my heart is. Oh, you know it's true. No matter where I go, I'm coming home to you.
So I did do a little bit of redecorating and rearranging in my kitchen today. I'm in a constant battle to try and declutter the countertops and give myself as much space. I just don't feel like I have a lot of counter space, so I'm always trying to figure out how to give me more. And what I did here was I did put the toaster in with all the other appliances, and instead I put this little ladder with a decorative towel on it, and that gives it a little bit of decor without feeling so cluttered. We just don't use the toaster as often as we had been even just a few months ago, so I just didn't feel like it was necessary to keep it out and have it take up all that space.
The sun's going down as I try to make my way through the crowd. Feeling alive. I love being by your side. It makes me shine. We got one summer, so let's make it count. You make me feel like everything's alright. Let's dance our problems away in the night. Love being right next to you. You'll be on my mind.
It did take me a while to figure out exactly where I wanted it to go and how I wanted it to look. I did decide to eventually have it cover that white plug that I still have not yet replaced. If you have seen one of my previous videos, you know I bought a faceplate for it and I just haven't installed it.
Do you hear that sound? Can you feel the
coffee bar area. I've had this set up in the same way since we moved into the house about 4 years ago, and I haven't really done anything to change up the arrangement here. And I had two different things I wanted to accomplish by switching things up. First off, I wanted to make the space a little easier to use. So I moved the basket tray with the coffee pods and tea around so that they were more easily accessible and they hadn't really been in the past. And I put the more decorative items towards the back. And it was kind of hard, as you'll see here in a minute, to find the best place for the electric tea kettle. We do use this every day. My husband and I drink tea or apple cider or hot chocolate in the evening, so we really like using that tea kettle. But there just isn't a lot of space here, and the cord for it isn't that long, so I really struggled finding the best spot for it. Secondly, I want to see if this space is where I want to keep the coffee bar. We do have a blank wall in the dining room that I am trying to decide what to do with. And one of my options that I've been thinking about is to use the space as a bigger coffee bar and adding some shelves above for decor and for storage. And I just am trying to figure out if moving the coffee bar is really what I want. And the first part of figuring that out for me is trying different configurations here to find one that I might really like and want to keep. This configuration is definitely better and it's more useful for our family, but I'm still mulling over whether to completely move it. So I don't know yet if this is where it's going to stay. Ultimately, whether the coffee bar stays here or not, I think might end up coming down to simply just how much space is here. As I mentioned, you can see here just how much I am struggling with trying to figure out where to put this kettle. And it is something we use every day. It needs to be out, but space may ultimately be why we end up moving this.
3. I've been feeling so small. Watch the clock ticking off the wall. But tonight I'm letting it go. Spend my coin for sure. I'm gonna be myself, or I could be someone else. No one's stopping me now. I'm gonna skip my breaks. I'm gonna make mistakes. I just wanna feel alive. It's just what I do when I'm out, so try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car. Nothing can break me. No, no, nothing can break me. Try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars. I wanna take a trip to Mars.
So now we're moving on to the couch. It really needed a good vacuum. My kids spend a lot of time on the couch, so all the blankets tend to end up on or around the couch, especially that one that I just put up, which is my son's favorite. My older son's pillows get jumped on, and it just needs to be straightened up, and it also needs a really good clean. Sorry, I kicked the tripod accidentally, so that's why it moved. I did also vacuum the cushions. I thought about taking them off and putting them in the washer, but I was looking at the instructions for the fabric. This is a Pottery Barn couch, and we got the Performance Tweed in the color Pebble. I don't know if they still actually have that or not, but when I was looking, it's supposed to just be spot clean. And when I was looking at the instructions for care, it doesn't recommend that you put them in the washing machine. So I don't want to put them in there and then ruin them. So I just did my best to vacuum them up. There isn't really any big stains or anything like that. So, and it doesn't look very dingy. So I think I can get by without doing it. But I did vacuum up any crumbs that might have gotten stuck on the opposite sides. Here I'm just doing my best to reshape these back cushions and rotate them so they get a more even wear. We tend to slump in the back, And so those back cushions tend to get really misshapen, which is why I rotate them as much as I can. You did see me hide a little red pillow behind this checked pillow, and that pillow is simply one that I use to take naps on the couch, and I hide it because it's in not great shape. So this is that cinnamon bun cake mix that I mentioned at the beginning of the video. And this was one of those impulse buys at the grocery store that, the kind that they put on the ends of the aisles. And I saw it and it seemed very fall-like and just something I really wanted to try. So I picked it up. The cashier at the grocery store actually told me a lot of people were picking it up. So it seems to be pretty popular. I believe it is a limited edition one. Now, it doesn't specify what kind of oil it wants you to use. Usually, I find these mixes specify vegetable oil, but I don't use vegetable oil. I prefer to use canola oil, and I use this with blueberry muffin mixes and all sorts of different mixes because I think it just makes for a better cake. It's just a softer cake.
Wanna feel your arms around me. I need you more, need you here, more than I would like to admit. Let's forget about tomorrow, yeah. Should I hide away forever? Should I close my eyes and never again hold you tight, call you mine, think about you every time? I remember that it's over, yeah. You never break, you never lie, you never ever scared of the dark. So why am I the one who cries? I'm so afraid to be left behind. I think about you a lot. It's almost like I can't stop, yeah. You never lose an argument, so I've been trying hard to pretend that I'm okay. It's just a phase, and everything is going just great. I think about you a lot.
So it's the next day. We had to take care of the stairs. That is the one thing that I did not get done yesterday. So we're going to go ahead and do that. I've got my messy bun up. We are ready to rock and roll. So before we get started, I do want to show you guys that I did make that cinnamon cake and I added some vanilla frosting on top. As you will see, we have already eaten a little bit of it. It is quite delicious. Turned out really well. I don't think there is any shame in using a box mix, at least not to me. I can't make everything from scratch for time reasons and because I am still learning about baking and I am not always the best at making things from scratch. Something always seems to go wrong. But before we got started on the stairs, I did want to show you guys this. My battery, as I mentioned, my battery died while I was making it, so I didn't get to show me making the whole thing. So we have two kind of little landing areas on our stairs. So I vacuumed those first, and then I went around and I did the edges, and then I took the brush attachment and I did the treads and the risers. Our carpet is in not great shape. I think this is original carpet to the house. Our house is about 12 years old. It was built in 2010. We are the third family, I think, to live in it. And this carpet has definitely seen better days. I'd like to replace it one day, but it's just not in the cards right now.
Every change has a reason. Baby, let it come to you. Every soul, every season lives outside of status quo. If we stop believing we're meant to be, expanding our abilities. If the passion's gone, we are doing it wrong. Baby, you and I should start living
So that is all for today's video. If you guys enjoyed it, be sure to hit that like button, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye for now.